we are getting routed off the highway, which, okay, now this guy's moving. There's a massive fire up here on the highway. I don't know if it's picking it up. If you see that cop waving us to traffic, probably about, I'd say about half a mile or so up the road. Looks like it's getting put out because you can see that the smoke color is changing. You know what I mean? There's a fire department. Huh. Now I gotta figure out how to get past that. Well, we're dipping and dodging. Here's the interstate. It's on 94. I wonder if you can see it from here, or if I've gone too far. You can see there's nobody coming, which would be eastbound. So I still have it shut down. I finally went through some little town and I figured out how to get back to 94. So that's all good. Once I get stopped, I'm gonna find a place for right for some breakfast, top off the tank, and go over the outcome of the, was that a scratch on the camera? The outcome of the broker from yesterday, and what I decided to end up doing. Shoo! Well, we made it back onto the road. We're on the toll road now on 80. Let's see, what do we want to go over? Okay, so last night, how'd that turn out? Well, okay for me, not so well for the other company. So I canceled the order at about, I want to say like 5:30, because I was like getting ready to unload cars, and it's gonna, or all the quads, I was like, it's gonna take me an hour probably for everything, get all cleaned up. So I'm like, if I don't do it now, it's gonna be 6:30, it's gonna keep going, and then like that just gives them a leg to stand on for me, can't, like, you know, late cancel or whatever. So cancel at 5:30, at 6:51 I get an email that says it's responding to my cancellation, and I put in there like, called at these times, left so-and-so a message, and no response, can't wait around to the morning to hope the cars are ready, canceling. So kind of like, you know, put it on them for not answering the phone, that's why I canceled. So I get an email at 6:51 that says, can you still pick these cars up tomorrow? They're ready to go. I don't understand why you didn't call me and let me know nobody was answering. So I go back and you know, figure out who this guy is. Well, he's the guy who dispatched the cars to me. So why didn't I call him? Well, I've got 9 phone calls. I said 15. I got 9 phone calls from this company verifying when I was picking up, when I was dropping off. I was given special instructions that they were open till 5. If I could be there by 5:30, I could, you know, get the vehicle. Someone could hang around for half an hour. My plan was to drive by, do the paperwork, get the keys, and have the cars ready to go. It was a little bit of detour out of my way, but I kind of had to drive by that area to get to my final destination, to, you know, to drop off and be empty. So I'm like, I could take like 30-minute detour up there, do everything I need to before 5:30. It would have been like 4:30ish. But I didn't want to go out of my way if like no one was going to be there or the cars weren't ready. That's why I was calling. So when I called it like 3:45, that was my intentions. And you know, I'm driving, I'm getting closer to where I'm either going to drop off or I'm branching off to pick up the keys, and I got no answers. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit around there and wait. Like a phone call back to say, hey, yeah, we open back up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I probably would have just said, you know, whatever, I already booked the cars, I'll hang around and I'll pick them up then. But chances are I get there, they're not there, they're not ready, they don't open till noon, whatever, just because I couldn't get a phone call back. So I ended up picking up 2 Mercedes. Well, I didn't pick them up yet. I'm gonna pick up 2 Mercedes in Ohio, about 4.5 hours from my house, go to Mannheim, and then they pay $100 less. The area I was in wasn't so good, so just traveling, you know, X amount of miles back east, I'm only really losing, you know, $100, which one pick, one drop. Deal with this company all the time. It's Fine Line. They run a tight ship, a great operation there, and you know, everything's always ready to go. So that's the plan. Here's my looks like we got some replacing to do. That happened when we went up over the curb, when the damage to the trailer, well, the scratches to the trailer happened. They were starting to rip around the holes like that side is. I don't know if you can see it. That side's got a couple like just small like gashes flapping in the wind. So I'm ordering new mud flaps because my fenders are back ordered. I ordered them and they'll come in when they come in, pretty much. So I still gotta have mud flaps. So I'm just gonna get pick up a set of weighted ones. So these flap in the wind too much. So I'm gonna pick up a set of weighted ones and just run those until my fenders come in. But anyways, I'm hopping back on the road. Just got out the stretch because I've been rolling for 200 miles now without getting out of the truck. So let's go. All right, so I got the negative rating. I knew it was coming. So McAllister's Broker Services, this is my response to dispute, letting them know everything that happened, letting Central Dispatch know everything that happened. It's like, how are you gonna give me a negative? I didn't even give them a negative. So how are you gonna give me a negative when you're the one that didn't answer the phone? And you're gonna expect someone to wait 3 hours after I originally called. No answer. It's like, I had to, whatever. I don't know, I already talked about this. I'm just frustrated that it's like, these broker services, they called me, I just counted 7 times. That's how many they called me, 7. 7 calls on the phone, 2 missed calls from them, so 9 calls total. And I heard the instructions that many times, followed them, but I'm in the wrong. Come on, guys. All right, here's a good one. This truck in front of me in the right lane. The funny part is these two have been doing this for 2 miles, and that's not even the point of this. The guy in the right lane's tarps have so much air under them. On each side, they're sticking out over a foot off the side of the trailer on each side because they're ballooned out. Should he have an oversized permit for that? I'd get closer, but we've been doing this for 2 miles, and yeah. 2 governed trucks running side by side. All right, we're 4 miles in. We're still here. I'll update you at mile 10. Mile 7. Right lane pulling strong. See if he can overtake the left lane. I only got over to videotape this. All right, Chicago Air Freight, let's get over in the right lane. Gotta be approaching 8 miles here. Camera's been rolling for 35 seconds. Still in the left lane. Plenty of room to get over. Holy moly. 8 miles later, finally. guys. We found our Mercedes. Found both of them. Already drove the other one over. Had to park all the way across the street at their... This is their used lot. I had to park over at the new lot, which is a... what do they got? They got Mercedes, they got Porsche, and I don't know if the... I think it's Nissan or Toyota, one of those two. This dealership's theirs too. It's a Nissan store. Anyways, so I gotta drive over here. I pulled into the lot because there's so many turns left and right here. Like this guy just pulled up. I haven't seen him yet. So he just pulled up here. And I did not want to block traffic. Oh, they got a Bentley and Aston Martin right here too. I didn't even notice that. Because they do have a Cullinan sitting over here, which is one of my dream cars, SUVs. So here's our other one. So we gotta do good inspections on these. A, because we always do good inspections. B, because they're black cars. And C, because they are Mercedes, and you know how Mercedes people are. Plus this one car, is it this one? Yeah, look at all the scratches on this thing. It's like someone cleaned it off with a snow shovel or something. So, yeah, it's pretty messed up. This is one of those deals where, look at the back bumper on this one. This is one of those deals where these cars get picked up at a dealer and then they're transported straight to a detail shop right by Manheim, like I've talked about before. Guess they get detailed and they send them right to the auction to see if they can make money on them. Who knows, but we gotta find our keys to the trailer. Man, this thing's gonna have to get sprayed off, even though I'm going right back there on Monday. It's disgusting. All right, well, we got both of them, both inspections done. Have all my 20 straps, 20 little orange straps all hanging up there, and a couple of them fell down, so we cleaned that up. Race ramps out. These aren't really that low, but race ramps make it nice. And let's get them loaded up and get them strapped down. All right, stuffed in. E-class, C-class. Let's go around this side. I pulled the smallest one in first, and then decided that I was going to pull it all the way to the left because of this access door. I can get as close as I can to that. Well, not as close as I can because of the wheel well, but closer over there than over here. I open this passenger door and climb out, and yeah, here's my 1 million straps that I had to use. So back to loading cars up. Let's get these strapped down so I can get home. Well, we made it home last night. I am beat. Got to do a little pre-trip, get the truck fired up, and get these cars delivered to Mercedes. Thankfully, they're only about an hour and a half away. We got to go to Manheim from my house. It's not that far, but then we may have some fun because we may be making a rather large purchase today. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a whole video itself if it happens. Working on a deal of picking up something extra, so stay tuned. So let's get this pre-trip done quick. Got some heat in the engine, and let's get rolling. So I went to unlock the trailer this morning to find to check all the straps, and I couldn't find the keys. And I always buy they're 3-piece sets of locks from Harbor Freight every time I go there, because I mentioned how the lock gets gummed up just from being on the back of the trailer, like spray coming up in the back, so for salt and water and everything. And then these keys are so thin that you break a key off real easy. Thankfully they give you 2 with each lock, but I couldn't find these keys this morning. Always leave them right here in this door, no matter what. And then when I'm done with the lock, I throw the keys away so I don't get them mixed up. I found them. They were hanging in the lock for the last 500 miles on the back of the trailer. And at least I know I live in a safe place, that nobody bothered them and wanted to unlock my trailer, because keys would have been right there for them the whole time. Man, take a look at some of these trucks. I don't know what company this is, but KTP is what the one said, what that Kenworth said.